member to address the court.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I'm Kathy McCallum, and my son Chris, anyone that knew him knew that he was an awesome guy. He was always a bright smile, always a kind word. He just was incredible. He was a great son, father, brother, uncle, friend, and we'll never have any more memories of him. That's very difficult. It's been a tough 3 years, and it's just because of the way that Matthew acted that night. My son's life was cut short. There'll be a void forever that will exist in our lives. He just was an astonishing person. He was a true family man. His devotion to his wife and sons was so evident to everyone that knew him. The family's loss is so tremendous. And I just wanted everyone to know the pain that we've suffered these past 3 years. A lot of people don't know this, but an hour before Chris was killed, he was at my house. And I didn't know it would be the last time I'd have him kiss him, but it was. And I'll forever miss him as well as the rest of my family. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, the next person will be Mark Helmer, a friend of Christopher McCallum.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mark Helmer. Mark Helmer. Best friend of Chris McCallum. Your Honor, members of the jury, employees of the court, we thank you for your time, diligence, compassion in this trial. You'll never know our gratitude. This eulogy took us 43 hours to write. This eulogy was written 2 years ago, 9 months and 2 days. It was written the day after you killed the best husband, father, son, brother, brother-in-law, and best friend to many. Matt Potter, you've caused so much hurt and pain to Chris's loved ones. Chris was a true gift from God to all of us. There is not a day we don't wake up thinking of Chris. Every day, our attention goes to Chris's poor wife, Kathy, and their 3 boys, Ryan, Michael, and Christopher. Yes, the wife and sons who will never see their father again because of your reckless decision. You, Matt Potter, have no idea of the person Chris McCallum was. You, Matt Potter, will never have the privilege to meet anyone like Chris McCallum because there was only one Chris McCallum, and you took him from our lives. To this day, we all say, why, Matt? Why? I know you've taken notice of the 80-plus people here every day supporting the best man we ever knew, Chris Chief McCallum. When you took Chris from us, you not only killed Chris, you ruined our lives. We will never have the handshakes, the hugs, the kisses, because of your catastrophic actions, Matt Potter. I hope this eats at you the rest of your life, and I hope your life is a living hell. Thank you, Ron.
Again, expressing my request. Any further comments on these questions? I was going to remind the friends and family that they should address the comments to me. I am the audience for this purpose. Next, victim put in the same pack will be from Kathy McCallum, Christopher's wife.
McCallum. I'm Chris McCallum's wife. I'm really not sure where to even begin. I feel like I've been writing this in my head for the last 2.5 years. How can I possibly put into words the enormity of our loss? In order to try and do that, I'll have to tell you who he was. Chris was my husband, the love of my life, and my best friend. He was the most loving father to our 3 amazing boys. He was a son, a brother, and a friend to everyone. He was kind. He was polite and respectful. He was a true gentleman. He was funny, always smiling, and always making everyone laugh with his quick one-liners. He was happiest when he was with his family and friends. He loved his life. He didn't deserve to have it taken from him. We are all still in shock that he's gone. I was 22 years old when I met my husband. When you're a little girl, you dream of the man you might marry someday. When I say that my dream came true, it's an understatement, because he was so much more than I could have ever hoped for. I had to pinch myself every single day that he chose me to be his wife. We made each other laugh all the time, and our favorite moments together were the simple times, just sitting on our back deck, cooking on the grill, and hanging out with our boys. He was such a devoted and loving husband and father. He was a father that didn't teach by words, but by actions. Chris didn't realize this, but he taught them so much just by being the man that he was. In the short time that they had him, they know the kind of men they aspire to be. He taught them what matters most in this life, to be respectful, caring, and kind to others, because people will never remember you for what kind of car you drove or how big your house was. They'll remember you for the person that you were. You can see from the outpouring of support, not only in this courtroom today, but over these past few years, the magnitude of love from the people he's touched. I think that speaks louder than any words ever could. We are so grateful for every single milestone in our life. We were so grateful for every single milestone in our life, and we would never forget to acknowledge them when they came. It sounds corny, but we had a little saying every time a photo was about to be taken at a special occasion, like the first communion, a birthday, a first football game, etc. One of us would look at the other and say, like moment, it was our way of recognizing a special time and being grateful for our life together with our boys. Since January 28, 2019, our life moments have drastically changed. I now have snapshots in my head of what my life moments have become. I've had to hold my son while we watched his father take his last breath. I've had to stand with my sons beside their dad's casket while thousands of people that loved and cherished him came to pay their last respects. And I had to help our son with autism try and comprehend that dad's not coming home, and then try to explain why. How could something so senseless and so violent take the most gentle and loving man who would have ever known? There is no comprehending that. I think of all the things he's missed already, like my son being captain of his high school football team. Chris loved watching Ryan play, and he couldn't wait for his senior year. He's missed seeing him graduate and begin college. Michael and Christopher have grown so much since he's been gone. They're already sophomores in high school. It makes me so sad because he would be so proud that they continue to do the things that they love to do with him, like music and skating. I think of all the moments to come that I won't have his hand to hold, like their weddings or the birth of our grandchildren someday. It's frightening to think that in a blink of an eye, someone can shatter your life. He didn't just shatter our life, though. He shattered everyone's life who loved him, and there are thousands. Make no mistake, we are all the ones that walk away from this courtroom today with the highest degree of punishment. We began serving our life sentence without Chris on January 28, 2019. I can guarantee you there is no punishment greater than that. He was taken by a reckless sense of act of violence. As a wife, and mother. I can tell you I am so sad and angry. Angry that his life was stolen from him. Angry that my kids have to live their life without their loving father. And angry that my happily ever after was stolen from me. I ask that you give the maximum penalty to the defendant for what he's done. Thank you.